the Living Obituary. Before we talk about roles, before we talk about leadership, before we talk about who should stand where, we need to pause. Because none of us became who we are by accident. We are shaped. We are molded. We were carved by hands that came before us. And the word already told us, the sins of the fathers visit the children, not to punish us, but to show us where the story started. We inherited pain like hand-me-down clothing, too big, too heavy, and never tailored for us. We were handed wounds like family heirlooms, polished, protected, and passed down without question. So today, we write the living obituary, not for a person, but for the version of us that pain created. For the men. For the boy who learned to disappear in plain sight. For the boy who swallowed tears because someone said, real men don't cry. For the boy who learned that silence was safer than honesty, that anger was easier than vulnerability, that distance was protection, that leadership meant control, that love had to be earned. You remember the first time you were told to man up. You remember the moment you stopped asking for help. You remember when your voice became a whisper inside your own chest. You didn't choose that. It was handed to you. But the word says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So today we bury the brokenhearted boy so the healed man can rise. We lay to rest the silence that became your shield, the anger that became your language, the pressure that became your identity, the hardness that became your anchor. This is not who you are. This is who pain made you. And today, it dies. For the woman, the girl who had to grow up fast, the girl who learned independence before she learned safety, for the girl who carried burdens she was never meant to carry, for the girl who became mother and father and protector and provider, warrior and nurturer, all at once. For the girl who learned that softness was dangerous, that vulnerability was a liability, that trust was optional, and that love required performance. You remember the first time you said, I'll never need anyone again. You remember the day you stopped waiting to be protected. You remember when your heart turned into armor. You didn't choose that. It was handed to you. But the word says, come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So today, we bury the weary woman. The rested woman can now rise. We lay to rest the hardness that kept you alive, the dominance that kept you in control, the independence that kept you safe, the exhaustion that kept you functioning. This is not who you are. This is the survival that made you. And today, it dies. For both. We bury the pride that covered fear, the silence that covered shame, the dominance that covered insecurity, the independence that covered abandonment, the anger that covered grief, the control that covered confusion. We bury the version of us shaped by broken homes, absent fathers, overwhelmed mothers, generational trauma, cultural expectations, unspoken pain, unhealed wounds, because the word says, old things pass away. Behold, all things become new. But nothing becomes new until we bury what became old. And right when you were about to break, God whispered, this is not who you are. This is where we stand, not in defeat, but in surrender. This is where we say, like David, search me, O God, and know my heart. Not fix them, not change him, not make her better. Just search me. This is where the man becomes free to stand. This is where the woman becomes free to soften. This is where the cycle breaks. This is where the inheritance changes. This is where the story turns. This is the living obituary. the burial of who we became so we can rise as who we were always meant to be.